Alright, here's the parking lot. And there's no sign here. It was way back up at the road called Klepzig Mill. I'll put a link in. I'll show you. There's this little thingy. Me and the wife are here. I think that must be maybe an old, I'll put a link in the thing, but it's open on the other side. I'll go in there and look at it, but I believe it was like where they kept stuff. You can see water coming out of it, the back of it as well. And so I'm actually going to start there, babe. I'll be over that way in a second. That's pretty cool. There's a little concrete foundation there. Like I said, I'll put a link in there. But boy, howdy, that's cool. I know they used to put food and different stuff like that in these things back in the day. You can see that you can see that if you look real close, you can see that. Let me zoom up on that. The water moving. And I'm not an expert. We're from the Flatlands, recently moved to Missouri, so obviously the water, it keeps it cooler. I know that for one thing. But anyway, that's part of that. We were just over at the other video. You can see all it seeping down the hill. The other video, we were at Rocky Falls, and then I don't even remember the other one. There was another one we saw earlier on the way over here. But this is just too cool. Another called Klepzig Mill here. I'll show you the mills over to the right, and I'll get a better picture of the falls. Reminds me somewhat similar again of Johnson shut-ins. Well, we'll go over and check out the old mill. Oh man, a little soggy. Wife's taking pictures. Pretty cool. I don't know what all the foundation, if there used to be a larger house or a bigger mill back in the day. You can see the old foundation going down through here. We'll get a picture of this mill real quick. And there's actually a little placard thing up here. Then they got it open. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. I'll pause on this so you can pause and zoom up on it. And then I'll come and get another closer one too, so you can pause that and zoom up on it if you're interested in reading. I love all that stuff. Wow, that's cool. A turbine was adequate to power the mill and provide electricity to a small community. That's some pretty neat stuff. And of course, you can see it flows around, goes back down through that way. I don't know what creeks these are, but we'll check it out later. Oh wow, that's too cool. I'll have to bring the wife over. That is pretty neat. Some of the old stuff is still in there. That is too cool. If you can see through there or not. The water flowing through there turns that dealy. That's pretty cool. Let me see. You can see out the window. I'm guessing the water maybe come down through here at one time and hit this side of the mill. You can see the turbine that's inside of there. I believe that's probably what they channeled it down through here. That's pretty cool. That'd be fun to get out in there this summer. Just amazing. Look at that. Wow. I said, I'm going to go to the left just a little bit further. I told the wife from Rocky Falls, I know there's got to be something. And of course it turned into a gravel road. And right when it did, there was no warning. It turned from asphalt to gravel. And right there was a sign for Klepzig Mill. Just awesome. Look at that. Look at those rocks. You see, it looks like something just sliced back and forth across the top of them. Glaciers or whatever did it, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed the little video. Got the back there parking lot. Klepzig Mill is the name of it again. And wow, what a beautiful day. Hit the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't by now. And these little adventures, and that's the name of the channel, Adventures with Jesus, Carl and Jesus 101. Lots of videos about that. A little bit icy here underneath my feet still yet. So, but anyways, hope you enjoyed the video and see you on the next one.